Hi guys, Crescent Moon. This is going to be VR for the contest that Ravenflower is doing, and me and Wendy went through so much stuff today. It's Wendy Suzak. We did the video. I filmed her. I filmed us both on camera, and I sent part 1 with no problem. Part 2 was 47 minutes long and is giving us an issue. So for fear that we don't get entered or entered properly because of technical difficulties, I'm trying, this is my backup. So what I want to talk, and I left my freaking book of shadows in the daggum kitchen. Okay, well, I got it in my head. Okay, so what me and Wendy decided to do was because I don't work very much with ritual, it's just something I've never had a lot of experience in or training in, or I've done like maybe 2 by myself, and they were very private, and they were like a dedication basically. There's so much that needs to go into this video, and I only have 15 minutes. Only because the GoPro situation didn't work out, which is why I'm having to do this back on my iPhone. She shared with me what she calls her Rid Me ritual, and it's amazing. And I think that is definitely something I'm going to be doing in my near future, like the next moon cycle. I agree that she releases hers on a new moon to signify and solidify new beginnings. And I think that's amazing. And that's something I'm definitely going to do. And she showed me how to be extremely elaborate with the elemental candles, the god and goddess candle, several crystals that would be recommended to use, or that she recommends, and how to, if I had an outside space, which I kind of do and kind of don't, she does, and she set up her table as if to go all out. This was going to be a full-on deal. And what she likes to do, which I thought was great, especially for us muddle-minded people, and if fuddle-minded, she writes everything down in a notebook, things that she needs to release. And they can be minute and they can be very serious, and as she opens herself up to God and Goddess, her personal God and Goddess, and then her personal goddess, which we share, which is Hecate, and we both also have a warrior goddess, which mine is Freya, and I'm trying to remember who hers was. Oh my Jesus. Who was her goddess? I know her goddess. It's a warrior goddess. Shit. It's right in the center of my brain. We don't share the same warrior goddess, obviously, otherwise I'd remember the name. And it's because I'm rushing that I can't remember. But we both have a warrior goddess. We found out a lot about each other. But she opens herself up and she, asks for assistance and gives thanks. And she also added something that I thought was amazing, which was, on good days, she asked God and Goddess to take from her the strength that she has in abundance and give it to those who might be suffering or might be lacking. And that's pretty amazing, because you're giving back even though your own personal struggles are very hard. But everybody has good days and everybody has bad days. And I think that that's something I'm going to do. I always like candles for people and try to contribute my energy that way. But, in a ritual setting, I think that, not that it's any more or any less significant, but it is. it is kind of more significant because the ritual itself is more significant to you. That is something extremely personal. It can be extremely private, you know. I learned a lot from her today. And we've learned a lot about each other over the last week, just talking. And she's somebody that will be in my life for a very long time. We have gone through so many trials and tribulations that mirror each other. It's scary. The way we do things are very similar. And she is somebody I know, if I have a question or if I'm having a shit day, she'll understand. We've both been through breast cancer. We've both had, hers was, you know, hers was more traumatic. Mine wasn't as bad. But I'm still kind of disfigured from it. No, well, it's not kind of, I am. And she is somebody that would totally get that. Anybody that's been through that will totally get that. And she is going to be one of my very dear friends for a very long time, if not forever. And what I showed her was a sachet spell that I do for my son. And, well, okay, let me say this. I'm doing for my son to see, you know, if I can help him out. And I basically laid out, and the sachet's already made now, but I can kind of go through it. I only have like 5 minutes. But I take a little muslin sachet, and I don't have any in here because they're in the daggum living room. And like for his, I put rosemary for protection, and I went over everything that you know, why I put it in there, what significance it has for me, and what significance it's going to have for him. And basically it was all protection, sleep, and travel, and truth seeking, which I found, I think it was lavender that I was doing some research, and that's also for truth seeking, not just your everyday sleep and calming and relaxing. I put rosemary, lavender, rose petals for love, and a couple crystals. I put selenite chips, quartz chips, and rose quartz chips, and amethyst chips, and a chip of bloodstone in his sachet as well. I didn't want to put anything too rough in there or too big because he's got to sleep on it, and I don't need him cutting his little pretty face up. So I really hope this gets to you. It was a great collaboration, and I'm still trying to send it, but this is a backup. I'm going to go ahead and send this because I just want to be entered, and I hope that those videos reach you, because we bonded in a way that was almost overwhelming. We have so much in common in the things that we've been through and the struggles that we've overcome. And even though this community can be kind of closed off, you know, it's not like a general population thing. It's it's big, but it's also its own small community. And we all kind of form our little groups here and there and communicate. And me and Wendy both, and I hope you get to see it, you just don't understand what you've done. Like, and I'm trying, not in a bad way, like, you brought two people together that if we lived closer, we'd hang out. No doubt. She is somebody that I connect with. Like, I can't even describe it. You just don't know what you did. Like, I don't know how you knew, and if you did it on purpose, or if it was divine intervention on your part, but you really changed two people, and we will forever be thankful. And I thank you, and I love you for it. I love you for several things, but I love you. The fact that you, I don't know, I guess intuitively put two people together that would have otherwise, we would have been in passing on Facebook, but I don't know if we would have been as close as we are. we've been very personal with each other, to a point where, you know, she knows a lot about me and I know a lot about her just in a couple days, and things that we've gone through. And you don't get that very often. So I just want to say thank you, if nothing else. Even if we don't win, this was one of the coolest things I've ever done. I've learned a lot, and I'm going to continue to learn from her, because she's got the ritual thing down, and I'm still learning. And if I'm having a crappy day about a couple things, and I know I can, you know, text her, call her. We figured out Skype, so I can Skype her. It's just been, it was a really touching experience, and it's a treasure, and you were part of that. So thank you very much, Ravenflower, for, you know, yeah, this contest is cool. I'd love to win that hat, but I would have never met Wendy. I wouldn't have interacted with another person if it hadn't been for you. And the person that you put in my life is somebody that I'll be hard pressed not to talk to pretty often. We're very similar. We have a lot of the same things in common. We do a lot of the same things. And it was great. And I don't know how to, there are no words. There really aren't. I can't express that enough. There just aren't enough words. I don't think there are any words that can express what somebody feels in their heart. So, thank you. And that's from both me and Wendy Suzak. This was, I really hope you get to see the other videos. We went all out. And I hate that I'm not technically inclined, but it is what it is. So, blessed be. I haven't decided if I'm going to put this on Facebook, or if I'm going to do this in a private, another email, or if I'm just going to stick it everywhere I can stick it so you can see it. But, you know, and I know Wendy's going to see this. So, Wendy, I got some cool stuff today. Like other cool stuff, because the friend that came over ended up, we went to Michael's, so I had a coupon. Anyway, and tip money. Okay, anyway, alright, blessed be, and I'm about to upload this to every site available. Fingers crossed on the hat.